All right, people, I'm back again. As always, Jesus always said, I must be about my Father's business. Every man of God must be about his Father's business. If you ain't about God's Father, about the Father's business, whose business are you about? You know, and I don't think God has a problem with you having a little pastime, going a little fishing, got a little hobby that you like to do to separate yourself from everybody and do some things. But nobody can tell you nothing. If you read the book of the prophets, right, you rarely saw another prophet telling Jeremiah something. You rarely saw another person telling Elijah something. Once they accepted God in their life and let God use them, the chosen are designed to do what they're called to do without going through another. That's kind of a hard pill to swallow, because all these years you thinking, you find God and you got to keep going to a building. You find God, you got to keep going to the building. I got to hear from God again. They want to keep you stagnant because read Ezekiel. They want to get fat off of you. They want to build their kingdom off your back, bring you right into bondage again. Am I saying all of them like that? No, but majority. It's the truth. Majority is. The Bible even teaches you that his people are the minority. And everybody under the sway of the devil are the majority. We are minorities. Think about it. When he called Samson, one judge designed to deliver a people over a whole territory. And you have a territory that God has put in your hands to feed the lambs that come around you and lead them to Jesus. That's your whole goal. Why do people want to keep you in bondage though? Read the book, the Bible. They want to live off your backs, these Pharisees and these scribes. Make their house fat and get them teeth as fat and get them fat and fatter. God don't like extortion. God don't like usury. A lot of people are just using you. If you're going to let somebody use you, let God use you. That's what God told me years ago. And people are like, you talk to God? Yeah. I was mad about a lot of people taking advantage of me. And I'm going through hell and high water. And I'm talking to the Lord, and the voice told me straight as day, they ain't using you, I am. Sound about right? Sound about right. The word gonna do what it's due. It's okay to hear the word of God from people. He said that. Whatever they bid you do. They reading it correctly out the Bible. I don't think you're gonna go to hell for going to a building. I don't think so. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. I know I know that not going to one of those buildings, if you're a man of God, is not going to condemn you to hell. I know that for a fact. Because he know who he is. If you read Ezekiel 18, everybody going to bear the burden for their own sins or their own non-repentant sin or whatever. It ain't up to a building to save you. It's up to Jesus to save you. Everybody is going to be judged according to them. But don't we be glad we got saved by grace and faith and all that? Not through another man. Like we have to go to another man. That ain't normal for men that want to be under another man. Man, boy, I can't believe I just said that. It's not normal for a man to want to be under another man. That is not normal, son. Just want to let y'all know that. That is not something normal, especially men of God. Think about it. Was David under another man? He had people under him. But God didn't even want us to be under other people, for real. Think about it. He said, you didn't come here to be served, but to serve. But think about the whole hierarchy of the new church buildings now. The pastor get all the good facts. Pastor Appreciation Day. Pastor get lump sums. Pastor get paid. The people just getting broker and broker, and the pastor getting fatter and fatter. And that's the majority. I don't care what you say. I done heard people say, I want my pastor to look good. And then dog your husband when you get home. I saw a clip of a video of a pastor. That's how I know it's deceitful. A pastor had to tell the congregation to stop comparing their men to him. And that's what a lot of women do. They go to church on Sunday. They go home and dog their man. That's not natural order. The head of every man is Christ. The head of the wife is the husband. Not that man who over the... Do you understand what I'm saying? That makes absolutely no sense. Go back to Adam and Eve. Adam, Eve. Even when Samson was trying to find his purpose, I need a woman that could be by my side. A lot of people look at Samson as a failure, but that was his calling. I always tell people about Hosea. Hey, go take you a woman beloved of her friend. What? Golly, God told Hosea that? Yeah. But you hear pastors up there, God want to give you a good, perfect Christian woman. Have you read the Bible at all? Don't be unequally yoked with non-believers. But what if it's purpose for you to go into the midst of unbelievers and pull some out? See, the most unbelievers I see is the people in the buildings. I'm just being real. I know y'all may think I hate buildings, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't. I learned a lot about God inside these buildings. But you know, I learned more about God when I left out of them. When God gave me the word, I learned more. And then I learned the truth behind these buildings. And it's been happening. It's been a long process. I've been walking with God since I've been born again for about 15 years now. And I try to encourage other people to get their walk with God. And I learn more outside of that building. You got to think about it. What's one day a week or twice a week or whatever, how your church run. What are you doing after that? What are you doing in the meantime? Waiting to hear from the pastor? Men? You are designed to be part of the flock. You don't have to be under another man. You don't. Think about the angels. Now I'm just gonna tell you something. Think about the angels, right? If you really pay attention, the angels get their orders from God. I truly don't believe that another angel gonna tell another angel what to do. Like God told me to tell you. The angel probably like, what? I get my orders from God. When you pray up, God is sitting on the throne and he's delegating. And he's telling everybody specifically what to do so there won't be no confusion. Does it make sense? So there won't be confusion. Yeah, we could talk about God together, but you ain't gonna be over me. No other man. Yeah, if I got a job, I got a boss man that's over me. It is what it is. But as far as my spiritual life, ain't no man over me. Ain't no man supposed to be over you, man. And if they trying to say they need to be over you, they lying. They going against the truth. We got a shepherd that's over every one of his sheep. He's shepherding the sheep, delegating, sitting up there on the throne of high. Hey, you go there, you go there, you go there. Am I saying he may not lead 10 of his flock to the same building one day? Maybe. He did it a lot of times in the New Testament. The disciples or the apostles came together and they were like, what's going on, man? What you been up to? Oh, I've been chilling over here in Ephesus. What about you? I've been Corinth over there. You know, all right then. All right, man, God, you want me to go over here? I'll see you later. Bye. 100 miles apart. See you later. If you read the Bible, you can see so many truths in there. Think about it. You don't got to take advantage of nobody that way. You just do what you're supposed to do. It's very simple. Because you get led by the Spirit of God. You're not led by man. Think about what the prophets would do. He'll tell what God said, and then he'll go on his way. All right, I'm gonna go back home. Holla at you. Same with you. God, you might be at work. Put this on it. God will put something on your mind to say. And that's it. You probably don't see them no more. Pew, you gone. You did what you're supposed to do. It's very easy. Why they make it so hard? Why they want to bring you back under rules and regulations that have been broken? I was reading one. He was like, one of the sons was like, well, our daddy commanded us. I think this was in Ezekiel too. Our daddy commanded us to not drink wine and nothing like that. But the Lord told the prophet of the Lord to go to them and say, hey, man, you can drink wine. They're like, well, our daddy said. You want to listen to your dad instead of me? Just imagine if Samson would have listened to his mama and his dad instead of God. Just imagine. David's daddy didn't even include him in the selection process. He made sure he went through all the other sons before he was like, oh, I do got one more son. I forgot about him. He in a field out there. Ain't even, now come on now. If a man of God came to your house, they'd be like, where are your sons at? When you get all of them, wow. But God does set his people apart though. Joseph. Joseph had to go do his duty. Joseph didn't have no temple of the Lord. Joseph was just led, and then his path was so hard and strenuous. Boss man accusing him of sleeping with his wife, and I mean all kind of crazy stuff. Like, what in the world is going on? Ain't that something? Glory be to God. It is what it is, people. You're different. And then people will try to tell you, no. You need to be under bondage under me. That's how a lot of us get stagnant. A lot of us are healers, demon slayers. And we're not stepping into our purpose because we're going through the ritualistic traditions of religion. And God's like, man, you can do so much through me. But then you got these churches. You need us. You need the church. I need Jesus to make me a better church and make you a better church. Make you follow him more honestly, more purely. Like, one thing you don't realize about chosen ones, they're stubborn. They are. You can tell them 1,000 things. They're like hard-headed in the mud. Like, psst, psst. Man, get out of my face. And the thing is, you might be telling the chosen one what they're supposed to be doing somewhat, but they ain't finna listen to you until they hear confirmation. Like, whatever, man. Whatever. We gotta get all gonna slapped in the face because we learned to test the spirits, and we like, oh, I can't listen to everybody. Let's see. God, what you think? People, if you haven't given your life over to God and the great shepherd, I advise you to do so. Start the process. Start on your purpose. And don't worry about what the next man is doing. Do what God tells you to do. If God wakes me up in the morning and tells me to do a video, that's what I'm going to do. And if anybody tells me I need to stop doing videos, I'm going to know they're a liar. Do you understand? The devil wants to stop you from your purpose, whatever it may be. But don't stop. Have a blessed day.